So we are going live, right?
Yes, sir. Started.
Okay. Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks everyone for joining this for first national conference on education and employment in psychology. So there are 100 plus career paths, which really excited. I attended last 2 days conference sessions. It was very insightful sessions, and there are few presenters. We have some recorded videos which we are going to present during this virtual presentation session. So I request all the participants to take some notes because almost like many years of experience and the research insights, whatever they are bringing in, they are going to cover it in next 5-10 minutes in their videos. So I take all the insights from these sessions, and if you have any questions, we have few presenters, they will answer it. So I'm going, and this session, the virtual session is going to be live on YouTube, and people who are not able to join on Zoom, they can directly visit from Manojagruti YouTube channel. Okay. So thanks everyone. And if there are any questions, you can just post it in the chat. And during after the session, I mean, once the video is done, then we will take the questions if there are anything. Thank you. So the first presentation which we are going to take is Tejasvi.
Hello everyone, I am Tejashvi. Now I am going to present about my psych career path as a developmental psychologist. So firstly, I am elated and proud to be part of this first national conference on education and employment in psychology. So now let's proceed with the presentation. I'm starting with introduction to developmental psychology. It means it studies how people change and grow throughout life from birth to old age. It looks at how we learn, think, feel, and interact with others as we go through different stages. As developmental psychologists, we help understand and support in these changes. So we believe that from womb to tomb, that is from prenatal period to till old age or death, counseling is required in every stage of development. So we give counseling to prenatal women, those who face issues with depression, anxiety, or any other mental health issues. We give postpartum depression counseling, and we give counseling to children. That is like a cognitive stimulation, and we give career counseling and child counseling and marriage counseling, adult counseling, like this in every stage of development. We look forward to the well-being of people. So now coming to the educational qualification. My educational qualification. I have completed BSc Community Science from Acharya NG Ranga Agricultural University, and I have done 2 months internship and 6 months diploma course in basic counseling skills from Sudisha Counseling Center. Now currently I'm pursuing MA Psychology from Indira Gandhi National Open University. I'm feeling happy that shortly I'm going to receive certificate for my master's. And I have certifications in workshop on basic counseling skills and SOAP note writing and offline she teams counseling. That is participation certificate in Guinness Book of Records and Bharat World Record. And I have participated in many events conducted by Manojagruti, online she teams counseling like Sadhana, Balamitra, Saignan, training session on time management and stress, workshop on counseling and guidance, etc. I have participated in many events in association with Manojagruti. So here comes my professional journey. So in graduation under the Department of Human Development and Family Studies, I have done a 2 months internship where under the guidance of Geeta ma'am and my friends, we have organized a workshop and we have developed material, therapeutic material for children. And after that, we have done experiential learning program, which is 5 months. And we have worked for a preschool for curriculum planning and early childhood education, educational material development. And after that, I have worked in Sudisha Counseling Center for more than 1.5 years as a counseling coordinator. There, I have done clinic management and helped with documentations and handling social media and many more other works. And after that, I have completed 6 months diploma course and a PG. While doing this, I have continued with co-counseling and volunteering other many events in Manoj Agriti. And currently, I'm continuing my career as a developmental psychologist, doing counseling for many people in Sudisha Counseling Center. So here is a glimpse of my journey where I am receiving certificates and awards like in graduation, Genius Book of Records, Bharat World Record, She Teams Online Counseling, and Psychnan. So coming to my motivation and inspiration. So firstly, I have discovered that I have interest in helping people. I feel that I have that human touch to listen to the people, have that empathy towards them. So that there comes my motivation. And after that, when I done my internship with Geeta ma'am, so personally, looking her since 2019, I got inspired in many ways and continued my career path in psychology. And in association with Manoj Agriti, I have attended many events. By that, I have developed my interest and motivation towards this psychology field and throughout my journey. So here are challenges and obstacles which I face in my journey, and with the help of my family, my husband, my friends, and with the help of Geeta ma'am and other senior counselors in Sudisha Counseling Center, I have overcome all these challenges and happily continuing my journey in this field. So here comes my experience and emotional connection to psychology. So after my through this journey, I have uh, seen many changes in me. My perception have changed towards people, and I have correlated many things with me, and I have this very much self satisfaction where I'm helping with people. They're connecting me. I'm able to empathize with them. I'm able to help them. It gives more satisfaction to me, and I have developed many networking and connection with people, which helps me throughout my journey. So this is about my journey in psychology field. This is my psych career path. So thank you so much and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Isha ma'am, for the very insightful session. And if you have any questions to Teja, please post it in the group, WhatsApp group, so that she can answer it as soon as she is available. And next presentation we are going to play is Vani Reddy Garu, and she is anyways here. So I'm going to play the video which is recorded. And if there are any questions since the presentation is available, you can post the questions. Can you all hear me? No voice.
Yes, sir.
No, we couldn't hear all along.
Okay.
ఇంతకుముందు
Earlier the video was good.
Yeah, the first one was, this one we are not able to hear anything.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just check again. I request everyone to please go on mute, those who are not speaking. Can you hear now?
No, we can't.
She's on. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let me play it from starting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vani Reddy. I head the clinical governance for an EAP in India. I would like to share with you my journey in being what I am today. I am a counseling psychologist and I head the clinical governance for countries of India, Ireland and UK, Brazil, China, Philippines. Let me talk to you about my journey. Giving you my educational qualifications, I began my journey in psychology in my pre-university. I did my bachelor's through Mysore University and my PhD and my master's through Kuvempu University. I must tell you that it was not a continuous journey. I had to take a break after my bachelor's for a long time, I should say, basically because of my personal reasons. But my passion for the subject brought me back, and I did complete my master's. And again, my passion for the subject is taking me into pursuing my PhD also in psychology from Maharaja Agrasen Himalayan Gadwal University. Though I believe in all schools of psychology, and I do use that in all my practices, and I do use the psychodynamic approach too, I'm all more towards behavioral school, where I believe that behavior is learned, can be unlearned, and relearned. That also brings me to my belief in the neuroplasticity of the brain, which also helps me pursue my approach through the NLP, which I did my course through the NLP Academy. I'm also an International Coach Federation certified life coach because I do believe that coaching and counseling are a great combination for the welfare of people. If I talk to you about what really took me on this journey was my passion for the subject. I must also tell you that I lived in the vicinity of NIMHANS, which is National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. I grew up in that vicinity. And at that time, it was called the mental hospital. And I would see the inmates being taken for a walk around our residential areas. And that was what really motivated me to start on this journey of psychology. When I did start on this journey years and years ago, decades ago, it was considered as an offbeat subject, not a subject that really was economically lucrative. While people were going in for engineering and medicine, psychology was always one of those offbeat subjects. And there was so much of stigma that was attached to mental health, and it still continues to have that stigma. And the misconception of people that they do not understand the difference between mental illness and mental health. And that has been one of the major challenges that we face in this area. With these challenges, I still pursued in this area, basically because of my passion for the subject. I will go back to talk to you about my journey in this field. For a long time, my career took a backseat because my personal responsibilities, and I was only into private practice. I did do a lot of volunteering work, where I was a volunteer at Seva in Hyderabad, where we provided counseling services to people who may require it and who walked into the institute, talked into the organization seeking help. Mainly what we saw there were anxiety and also relationship issues. I'm associated with the Banjara Academy. Banjara Academy is an organization in Bangalore which provides counseling courses and also has Helping Hand, which is a free counseling service organization. I'm associated with this organization where we do provide counseling services. Continuing, and also together with the other things that I was doing, I was a medical crisis counselor in a hospital where we provided counseling services to the inmates, to the people, inpatients who came in and who had diagnoses which were traumatic, incidents like amputation or operations that they had to go through. And I was doing the medical crisis counseling for them. I was also a school counselor in a school called Mary Immaculate School, and this is what I call as MIS in this presentation. And this was a school that I studied in. So it was a full circle when I could go back to my alma mater, giving back to the school for all that I had got from the school. So I did work as a school counselor there for nearly 4 years. That is when I began my journey through in the EAP. EAP stands for Employee Assistance Program. If I have to draw an analogy, I would like to draw an analogy with the medical insurance. You're all aware that organizations provide their employees with medical insurance. And this covers the physical insurance, physical health insurance for their employees. Organizations are aware that the psychological health of their employees is as important as the physical health to get the maximum productivity. And that is when they started using the EAP, which stands for Employee Assistance Program, to provide psychological services for their employees and their family members. And they included the family members too, because the psychological health of the family members directly impacts the psychological health of the employee too. So they take contracts with the EAP providers who have counselors on their panels and will be providing psychological services for the corporate employees and their family members. And I began my journey through the EAP by being an affiliate counselor, which means I was available to provide face-to-face counseling for the corporate employees. I continued and took on a full-time role with this organization where I became the head of the counseling services for the EAP, and I used to head the India project there. I am at present heading, like I told you, all countries in the APAC region and also Europe. This is a wonderful journey for any of you to be in. And I will go on a little later in this presentation to help you understand why EAP is a great place to be working in. EAP, like I said, is what is very important for any of us to be in, basically because this helps us to get a complete view or a complete exposure to all the possible areas of counseling. If you are a school counselor, all you will be seeing are students and the psychological issues that are encountered by students, and it may extend maximum towards to the teachers and the parents. So the exposure is very limited. Very little that you will get exposed when you are doing voluntary work, because there again it is restricted to that geography. But in an EAP, it is an exposure to all areas of psychological issues. It could be children, because the dependents of employees are children. It could be parenting issues. It could be issues that are encountered at the workplace. It could be personal issues. It could be relationship issues. It could be marital issues. Everything that is there, you will have them with you on your plate as a counselor in the EAP. What I have seen is, in all my experience, this place is the place to get the best experience. And what I have seen in this EAP, I have not seen in my decades of experience in the other areas, even in my private practice, because the geography gets limited. The audience gets limited in other areas. But in the EAP is a place where you're going to see everything and much more than what exists in the textbooks. So this is a place for a huge experience in the psychological area. And most important, the most gratifying one too. Moving ahead to talk to you about my experience in this area of psychology and in the area of counseling and psychotherapy, I find this the most gratifying profession. Why do I say that it's the most gratifying profession? I feel that it is only a counselor who can help in those areas which even the medical doctors cannot. The medical doctors can give you a medicine for any of the illnesses. But who is going to help in areas when it comes to grief? Who is going to help if in areas where it may be a childhood trauma? Who is going to help in areas of hurt? Who is going to be help in those areas where some incidents have completely been a barrier for your growth, for enjoying your life? It is only a counseling psychologist who will be able to help you cross these barriers. And that is why I say it is a very gratifying profession. A profession where you touch the hearts of the people, a profession which can bring a smile on the face of a person. And that is what gives you immense satisfaction. And I say that this is a place, this is a profession that has helped me fulfill my life purpose. My life purpose being that I am of help to at least one person every day in my life, to give back to the world all that I have experienced, all the goodness that life has given me. If I can give back and bring a smile on at least one person in a day, I think my life is fulfilled and my life purpose has been achieved. So, friends, if you are looking for a career, I think this is the path. And if you have a passion for it, the sky is the limit. You can reach great heights. So thank you for giving me this time to share my life journey, and I hope this will help you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing the very insightful session and as well as the very inspiring story. So in case anyone has any questions, please post it in the chat group. So ma'am is here. She will answer all the questions. Okay, so the next presentation is going to be Uzma. So
Hello everyone. On the occasion of World Mental Health Day, I would like to thank Dr. Geeta Challa for her mental health services, and I would like to congratulate the Mano Jagrati team and ma'am for organizing this valuable conference on psych careers. This was very much needed and it's going to be very helpful for our budding psychologists. This is Uzma, a counseling psychologist specializing in relationship counseling. Nelson Mandela had said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Now, my education goes like this. My qualifications, as stated, I have done a master's in counseling psychology from IGNOU. Let me tell you about IGNOU. The value of IGNOU can be determined in multiple ways. First, the degree of this university is as valid as the rest of the universities in India. It makes you eligible for the government jobs. Its high course quality, its high curriculum course quality helps us to be at par with other students. It's recognized in the private industry. A lot of bright students who could not do regular courses due to certain reasons like education, family responsibilities, or anything, they can pursue their education from IGNOU. The IGNOU provides distance education, but they engage you to the entire year with assignments, projects, exams, and weekend classes, and ensuring high quality and efficient learning. After pursuing my master's, I gained good theoretical knowledge, and now I required some practical hands-on counseling. For this, I joined an internship at Mano Jagrati. After this, I earned a diploma in counseling skills by Dr. Geeta Challa. With this, I gained a lot of knowledge and confidence to start my counseling career. I also did a certification in suicide prevention, and now I'm currently pursuing diploma in family and marital counseling. Before pursuing psychology, I had done masters in mathematics from St. Francis College, after which I started working as a math teacher. Though I was working as a teacher, psychology was always a part of my career. I conducted workshops for teachers on classroom management, effective learning, etc. And I also used to do counseling for students. I have participated, now I'm participating a lot in online counseling events which are being conducted in Mano Jagrati. And this helps me gain a lot of experience and learning. I started my career in teaching in 2006 with Career Launcher and then moved to the Gulf and continued working. When my husband changed his job, we came back to India. So I decided to pursue my passion and started a master's degree in psychology from IGNOU. I joined Mano Jagrati for my internship and diploma, as I said. I started working as a counseling psychologist after that and started seeing clients on various issues like stress, depression, time management, relationship issues, gender identity issues, etc. But with better understanding, and I felt I'm more skilled in this area, in the area of relationship issues, and I got positive feedback. So I felt that this is my area. I started taking up relationship counseling, and this focuses less on clinical concerns and focuses more on actions, skills, attitudes, and learning to relate effectively to people. Now, factors and motivation for me to pursue this field. First of all, Socrates had said, know thyself, know yourself. That helps you open up to wisdom. So this field helps me understand myself and to grow as a person. This helps me perform a better role as a mother, as a wife, and as a career counselor. Second thing, it fulfills my strong desire to help others in improving their well-being. It was always my dream to make the world a better place to live. So this field gives me a formal platform where I can use my skills to create a positive change in others, and this is so rewarding, believe me. Third thing, there are very good career prospects in this field. There is a growing demand for professional counselors. There are flexible schedule. You can schedule your sessions flexibly according to the convenience of the client's schedule and your schedule, and this will give you a better work-life balance. Plus, our life experiences value a lot in this industry. Last but not the least, doing what you love. I get to do what I love. When I follow my passion in psychology, this makes me happy and fulfilled. When we love our work, we feel less stressed and we give our best performance. Now, coming to challenges and obstacles in my journey. Challenges and obstacles are part of our life. When we take off our eyes from our goal, we see the obstacles very big. But overcoming the obstacles is the only way of achieving our goals. And this is very much possible. The obstacles just make us stronger. So the first thing which I faced was time management issues. I was working while pursuing my education, and also I had kids to take care of. So I was managing my job, family, and studies, and this was a little difficult, but it was a temporary thing. And with the help support of my family members, I could finally achieve my goal, and the rewards were, very great. And the next thing which I found initially difficult was finding the right opportunities, because I was not living in India. I was living in Gulf. I struggled to find good opportunities. Then I explored, and then I found that there are a lot of opportunities for remote counselors. The next one was I was sometimes getting oversensitive and internalizing others' pain, and I was carrying it even after the sessions. But I discussed with my seniors, I discussed with experienced people, and then I could gain control over myself. Now, psychology has always been a field of interest to me. So there's a strong emotional connection for me with psychology. Since my school days, I used to read articles on psychology in newspapers and magazines. I used to love observing people, study their personalities, and learn more about personality traits and growth. When we do what we like, work becomes form of pleasure. Pursuing a career in psychology helped me first and foremost understand my own self as a person, my strengths, my weaknesses. It helped me grow as a person. As a relationship counselor, I've experienced that first to be understood, we have to understand. Many times the conflict that comes is from inside us. And as a counselor, when I help people increase their awareness about themselves and their behaviors and their responses to others, then I see a Walla point in my clients. New perspectives open up, and they find better ways to handle and approach their relationships. This serves me. This serves as a motivation to me. I hope the story of my career journey helps you. I wish all the best in your journeys, and I thank Dr. Geeta Challa for providing me with this opportunity to present this to you today. This is just the beginning of my career, and my career will continue. I would like to conclude with the words of Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ujma ma'am, for sending all the way from Gulf. I mean, she's not in India, but she was really passionate to send this presentation. Thank you so much. And the next presentation is going to be from Durga ma'am. We'll just share our recorded video.
Hello everyone, my name is Durga Matkumalli. I'm a PhD scholar at IIT Madras. My area of interest is artificial intelligence in human resource management and attitude of employees at the workplace towards AI. While AI offers immense potential to enhance efficiency, there are positive and negative dimensions to the integration. So, my research addresses such key concerns as AI induced anxiety, job insecurity, perceived human likeliness of AI, some skills required to adopt this AI for psychologists, etc. Yeah, now I would like to discuss about my qualifications and experience. I hold an MBA in Human Resource Management from JNTU Kakinada, and later I have cleared UGC JRF with the rank of All India rank of 36. My academic journey includes some certifications such as like soft skills, principles of human resource management, change management. These are all from prestigious universities like IIT Roorkee, IIT Kharagpur, etc. And I've also done this cognitive behavioral therapy from NEETA services. The best part that happened to my life is doing internship at Mano Jagrati. I've done MA psychology after my MBA. So that was during the pandemic. Nobody is offering internship. So I would like to appreciate Geeta ma'am for this, coming up with the online internship. So it's been a very interesting journey. I got to know many things, such a hands-on experience. We got an opportunity to understand how the counseling skills, there are many things. I can't just say one or two points. It's like a ocean. Okay, and I'd like to talk more about my psychology experience. During my MBA, I developed a strong interest in organizational behavior, which inspired me to pursue MA in psychology from IGNOU. So, specializing in counseling psychology, my experience at Mano Jagrati allowed me to, like I mentioned, hands-on experience in counseling, like case writing, developing some coping strategies. In fact, these strategies, some counseling things help to my personal and also the professional journey. While I'm in my maternity period, I was literally low, but I applied all the CBT techniques. So I type some coping cards and I'll stick that to my workplace so that it is very motivating. So I think psychology is must for everybody. Be it like few people think that psychology is it really mandatory because I have something from B.Tech and something completely irrelevant in my bachelor's. But what I could say is anything with psychology is a magic. you have a room to explore many things. So I feel psychology to adding beauty to my MBA, and also it is empowering more. As my area of interest is artificial intelligence in human resource management, I would like to talk more on AI in psychology. So, usually, the moment we ask to switch ourselves to any AI technologies or any new technology, usually we'll get some kind of anxiety. How do we use the technology? Is it really necessary? Or else, what if we use this technology? Maybe in the future we will be get replaced by this AIs. So we all having that kind of questions in our mind. Similarly, in the organizations, employees will also have a same notions. So being a psychologist, we should know how to address these issues that emerge in this AI era, like AI anxiety. How should we talk about the job insecurity issues, and also some perceived human likeliness of AI. Usually, people think that AI is a machine, but in the future, it going to evolve like a team member. We need to accept AI as a team member. There is no other way. So considering this, we need to prepare our mind in a such a way that whatever the AI generates, whatever the machine gives as an output, we need to think that that is generated from a our colleague or someone sitting next to us. So it's very important to understand that AI is not just a machine, it is also a human. All they don't have a feelings, but still we should respect the output generated by the AI. And also I'll suggest a psychology budding psychologist to have some skills to adopt this AI in the psychology field. There are many tools where we can leverage AI tools in our psychology. So I think this is a high time for us to study something about AI in our domain. So I feel AI in psychology is having a lot of scope in the future. Finally, I'd like to thank Dr. Geeta Challa ma'am for your guidance, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have anything to talk or anything to share, you can also contact me in the LinkedIn. Also, you can write anything to this mail ID. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very insightful session how AI can be integrated in the psychology field and how we can leverage that as a tool. I think there is no other option. Anyways, we need to accept the fact and we can leverage the application. AI plus psychology. Great information. Thank you. So the next session is going to be from Nisha, Dr. Nisha, psychologist. There is no audio for it. Yeah. Yeah, in case anyone wants to connect with Nisha, so her Instagram ID is mentioned here. You can connect with her, and if you have any questions, just post it. Thank you. And the next presentation is going to be from Sridevi Garu.
Namaste, this is Sridevi Paila. At the outset, let me congratulate Mano Jagriti and Dr. Geeta Challa on hosting the first national conference on education and employment in psychology. Allow me to introduce myself. These are my educational qualifications. I started my career in psychology with a bachelor's in psychology from St. Francis College for Women, and I continued my further pursuit happened after I acquired Master of Arts in Psychology from IGNOU, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University. And I always kept myself up to date so that I can help the students become emotionally and socially self-reliant and reach their true potential. That's my calling, actually. So that, and I did, you can see the certifications which I have done. So these certifications help me in making myself more, you can say, effective in dealing with the children's issues. My career journey started in 2000 as a trailing airline crew. I was training airline crew in personality development and soft skills, and I was teaching an IATA airline ticketing course. Then many things have happened in my life, and finally, again, I came back to my passion in psychology, and I started online counseling from 2020. And I'm working as a student counselor in Gitanjali Vedika School from 2022 till present. Now, the factors and motivations coming to this part. Being a mother helped me realize my calling to be a student counselor. Positively impacting the lives of children and their families by addressing mental health concerns. I feel that this is the main idea behind being a child psychologist. Early intervention to help children avoids future psychological issues. And to encapsulate the whole idea of whatever I talked about motivation to be a child psychologist, I would like to quote Emily Dickinson here, my favorite poet. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin onto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. Then, this is the one slide I really, I think like it is very important slide here, which addresses my challenges and obstacles I faced in choosing this line of psychology, which was my calling, to understand like where I want to work, which line of psychology I want to work and find my happiness. So that is first thing. A lot of things have happened and a lot of decision making had to happen there. Finding the right opportunities, then navigating unknown waters, the legal implications, client confidentiality, how to actually analyze any situation, and what are the legalities behind it, and how to protect the client's personal issues. All this, I found only one thing here. If in doubt, consult. So once I got to this, this is a great learning which I learned. I think I would like to pass to others. If in doubt, please consult. Now, coming to my next part, that is my experience and emotional connection to psychology. I have enlisted the issues which I actually deal with from 4 to 16 years of age, from age between 4 and 16 years. So whatever general issues are hyperactivity and all. And I've given a list of it. Just go through that. Most of the issues like hyperactivity, inattention, abusive language and gestures, all this defined behavior, the counterproductive of all, the hyperactivity again, all this come out of, I feel, unhealthy consumption of screen time. You all would agree with me if I would say like screen time is the elephant in the room here for many such child mental health issues. I advocate always one thing here: quality screen time. Instead of saying like, limit the screen time, I would say advocate quality screen time. Now, coming to understand why I do what I do, I see that positive parenting or involved parenting or just parenting as the cornerstone of a child's emotional and mental well-being, basically. Now, and I think that more importantly, whatever the child does, uh, if you're involved with the child, if you follow what the child is doing, where is going and what is he watching, so that sort of parenting style is what I advocate for. There are different parenting styles, authoritative parenting style and not involved, too permissive parent style, uninvolved parenting. Everything has pros and cons. Definitely, you must be knowing, you must have heard a lot. But involved parenting is one thing which will give you the positive results for a child's mental and emotional well-being. This is what I strongly believe in. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you. Hope my journey in psychology was insightful to all of you. Good luck.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful and very informative session about the parenting. And yes, we all agree that there is an elephant in screen, that is screen timing, and that needs to be avoided. Yes. And the next and the last presentation is going to be from Shruti Verma.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Shruti Verma, and I'm an assistant professor and a psychologist. This presentation, I will take you through my journey in the field of psychology, which has been a roller coaster in real terms. So, not wasting any time, let's get to the presentation. First of all, my academic qualifications. So, I did my MBA in media management and I have a double master's. So my second master's is in psychology, ME psychology. I've done it from IGNOU and I pursued it while doing my PhD. So I was doing 2 degrees at a time. I've also cleared UGC NET and GATE, which are national level exams in psychology, achieving All India rank 184 in GATE and 90th percentile in UGC NET. I have completed my PhD in organizational behavior, and my focus was on leadership and workplace dynamics. I've also done a lot of certifications, including cognitive behavioral therapy, transactional analysis, trauma-informed interventions, and I did all of this because I wanted to continue my learning. Because psychology is such a dynamic field that you can never stop learning. That's one of the first advices to you all as young psychologists. Never stop learning. Always keep on learning new techniques, new modalities, which will actually help you in whether you want to go into academics or you want to start your own practice. So my PhD degree was from Symbiosis International Deemed University. It was a part-time PhD as I was doing a job at IIM Indore as a teaching assistant, and I was pursuing my master's from it. So my MA psychology is from it. My master's degree in media management was from DAVP, and I did my bachelor's from DAVP itself in management sciences. Now my experience from IGNOU has been really good, especially in terms of their study material. Their study material is very authentic and very in-depth. And if you genuinely do their assignments, which are the written assignments which they give for every year, there is a lot of clarity which we gain through those written assignments. And also the examination system is very thorough. It is not very easy to get marks there. So we have to study a lot. We have to put a lot of efforts there. And there's this, I should say, misconception that IGNOU doesn't teach you well. It's not the case. I think the only drawback with IGNOU is that you have a certain limited amount of knowledge when it comes to practical training. So as they don't provide any internships or any practical exposure is less. But to complete the IGNOU degree, you need to do an internship from an external organization, which kind of makes up for the lack of practical training. So I did my internship from Sudisha Counseling Center under the guidance of Dr. Geeta Challa, who is the organizer of this conference, and I was glad and I was lucky and privileged to learn from her. I've learned all the basics of counseling and how to handle clients and how to handle various mental health situations from her. And I guess, yeah, it was a great opportunity for me to learn from her. And I've also done my Sahaya certification from Sudisha Counseling Center as well during my internship. So that was my whole experience with IGNOU. And my experience with PhD degree in symbiosis is that if you opt for doing a PhD, it's a long-term commitment, around 4 to 5 years, and you have to be very passionate regarding the topic because it's not easy to study the same topic for 5 years. So I would say think a lot if you want to start pursuing a PhD because once you commit to it, it gets very difficult. So yeah, that's my advice. And my professional journey was, as I said before, I was a teaching assistant at IIM Indore, where I was assisting one of the most senior professors of the institute in the domain of organizational behavior. Then, after my PhD, I was an assistant professor at Jain University, Bangalore, and there I taught various subjects like cognitive psychology, personality psychology, and psychopharmacology. Right now, I'm an assistant professor at Symbiosis International, Deemed University, Pune, and I teach basic psychology to graduate students. What was my motivation to get into the field of psychology? I think these three describe the nectar of my motivation. So, personal experiences, I myself have faced a lot of psychological issues and I've seen very closed ones go through those issues also. So that was one of the major motivating factors that I wanted to enter the field so that I could help others and myself in a better manner. And of course, I love human brain and I love studying it, whether it is anatomy, physiology, psychology. I love brain. And of course, I saw the world and I saw how judgmental we have become and how unaware people are when it comes to mental health. So I wanted to contribute to it. Even if I contribute 0.1% to the cause of mental health awareness, I will feel that I've gained the success in the field. World needs to be more empathetic to create a more physically and mentally healthy society. So yeah, I would love to contribute to it. And I think as a professor, as a teacher, I have a great resource to contribute to it. Because when I teach thousands. So I hope I can contribute to the cause. Of course, I had a lot of challenges, and one of the first challenges was during my PhD, which was research dead ends. Not necessarily every topic you choose or every research you do will take you to insightful learnings or big discoveries. There are a lot of research dead ends, and you have to deal with it. You have to change your paths. You have to alter your topic.
So there is a continuation video from ma'am. So I'm just going to play. That will be for a few more seconds.
Is one of the biggest challenges because you get invested into that topic. Secondly, time management. I was doing double degrees, which was my MA from IGNOU and my PhD. And I was doing a job at IIM Indore. Juggling these three were one of the biggest challenges in my journey. and I'm thankful that I cleared it successfully. Also adapting to change. As you might have guessed, I'm changing my field from management to psychology. It took me a lot of time to change that and to adapt to that change. And finally, the strategies which I had to employ to adapt to change actually. I had to give a lot of explanations to prospective employers why I was changing the field, why am I doing my PhD in behavior studies while I have my MBA in media management. I had to answer a lot of things. I had to come up with logical reasons for all of this. And also, I had to put a lot more efforts to prove myself in the field. Clearing exams like NET and GATE were not easy. I had to study while doing my PhD work, while preparing for my thesis defense, which was a big challenge for me. But luckily, with support of my family, my friends, and my efforts, I was able to clear those. But yeah, these were one of the toughest challenges that I had to face in my journey of being in the academic path of psychology. Finally, my emotional connection. I have a lot of empathy and I have a lot of respect. These two qualities I had since my childhood. And when I got introduced to the field of psychology, I got to know that these qualities should be there. At least we should try to cultivate these qualities so that we could build a better society. So that's my emotional connection to the field. I want to build a better society by cultivating empathy and understanding and respect. And also, I wanted to see people in a little non-judgmental way. I won't say completely non-judgmental because that's not possible. We as human beings judge people. That is a basic thing which we do. But at least some kind of perspective shift. At least we try to see people not as perfect human beings, but humans who can make mistakes, who have a lot of situations around them and the reasons they behave the way they do. So that kind of perspective shift kind of pulled me into the field. And as I said before, I want to promote mental well-being. And I want to promote mental health awareness. So that advocacy, that passion towards the advocacy is one of my biggest emotional connections to me. So not taking any more time and ending my presentation. I want to end that presentation with a quotation from Steve Jobs. A man without education is a building without foundation. And as a professor of psychology, I want to build a foundation among the young students, among the youth of India, to be more empathetic, to be more compassionate, to be more aware, to be more, I should say, aware about the mental health, mental illnesses, and to build a better society. Because youth is one of the resources which we can use to build a better society. So that's why I want to end on this quote. And my advice from my journey would be explore. If I didn't explore, I won't have come to the conclusion that I love the field of psychology. My journey has been a big roller coaster, changing my field from management to psychology. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad I did it. So the biggest advice I'll give all of you as young professionals and students of psychology, do explore, do think where you want to work on, what you want to work on, and keep on learning. Never stop learning. I still haven't stopped learning. I'm still doing a lot of certifications, a lot of courses. But at the same time, I would like to say, don't chase certifications. Genuinely learn. It's not just about that piece of paper that says that you're certified in dash. Learn, genuinely learn. And yes, our field is very fertile. So plant more plants, plant more seeds, and you are going to be the roots of the coming future of psychology in our world, in the country. So all the best for that, and I hope you could learn something from my journey. And if you have any doubts, if you want to discuss something more, you can all connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn name is Dr. Shruti Verma. You can go ahead, connect with me from there, and I'll see you also. And I would sincerely thank Dr. Geeta Challa for giving me this opportunity to speak with you all. I'm so grateful to be a presenter in this conference, and I hope that I can be a part of these kind of events in the future as well. All the best, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the wonderful, insightful session, ma'am, and very inspiring journey. How you transition from EEE to MBA HR, then PhD. Now that's a great journey. Thank you so much. I think we are at the end of this session, and I just go to the comments which shared by the presenter, maybe the participants, and if there are any questions, we will post it in the group. And okay, I mean, this session, I mean, if you ask me, if I missed this session, probably I would have missed many things. Very inspiring presentations and inspiring stories from every presenter. Very good, insightful sessions. Great, wonderful. And coming to the AI part, I think many people loved the AI and how we can integrate AI into psychology. So that's where I think our participants are going to explore. So thanks everyone. I think this is a wonderful session that everyone is saying and very insightful. Then the other presentations as well. Thank you so much, and thanks to all the presenters for sharing the insightful sessions. Though you are despite your priorities, I think you recorded the session and sent it to us to present and share it with all the participants. Thank you so much.
Nagesh
And,
Garu, I
yes,
will
ma'am.
take 1 minute to give my maybe my
Yeah.
input.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Yes.
As I'm traveling, I cannot open my video, but still, I was listening each part of this session, and I congratulate all the virtual presenters of First National Conference on Education and Employment, 100 plus career paths, and you made a real difference in the entire conference by sending your recorded sessions, and then this adds value to the national conference, which has been just done 2 days, and we made it third day also. So it's not a 2-day conference now. We can actually make it as a 3 days national conference, as we have done virtual sessions today. And all the presenters, really, I appreciate you people from my heart, not from the words. And each one of you are somewhere related to me, somewhere associated with us, and I am associated with you people. So we continue this journey. We really want to do something in the field of psychology and create awareness about mental health issues and mental health prevention of mental health. So thank you. I would like to thank Nagesh Garu for being the moderator for virtual sessions of this national conference. Thank you, Nagesh sir. You can formally conclude this and then stop.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And have a great evening, everyone. And I wish you all happy Dasara from Mano Jagruti team. And thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to host this. And happy Dasara to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Geeta Challa, Nagesh Garu, and the entire Mano Jagrati team.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, have a great evening, everyone. See you all next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.